I'm sharing. You haven't shared yet. Acknowledge for so I just want to say welcome back. It's a pleasure to have you back. Thank you.
Sorry, I guess last week. So I have a question about today's subject of publication withhold.
Yes.
So when dealing with other people, how can you be sure that you are the one that are withholding the perpetration, that you're at fault, and how you can distinguish that you're justifying yourself that you are not at fault?
Well, first of all, you're justifying yourself and you're not at fault. That right there is the flag. That's the neon flashing sign that says I got a perpetration withhold, and that you blame somebody else for. Yeah. Now people do things that. Fong, your question is brilliant. How do I know that I've got a perpetration? Is it a perpetration withhold, or are they really screwed up human beings that I'm living with? So the answer may be they've got perpetration withholds too. It's human. But the perpetration withholds we're talking about are yours. I can't do something right now about the people who are perpetrating, but you guys live together, right? 2 perpetrators, 2 withholders. You get it? You just want to get that. So it's going in all directions all the time, Tom. So what you can deal with powerfully are your own. And it's very easy, and I totally get this, and I really want to encourage you to have some compassion for yourself. Don't beat yourself up over this. It's human. Like I said, it's not you, it's human. But the problem is, you're a human. Isn't that great? So it's not your problem, it's human problem. Does that begin to address your question?
Not really.
So you have some sense that you're being...
If we talk about integrity and uphill integrity, first thing we got to distinguish that we are perpetration withhold, right? Because if we justify ourselves that, oh, we in this situation we do have the integrity, but you understand that you still kind of question it if we do do the right thing with integrity or not in this certain situation.
Yeah. When you're blaming somebody, you're justifying yourself. Say I'm right and they're wrong. That's what justifying is. Yeah. Do you get that? You can be sure that there's a perpetration withhold in there somewhere. I'm going to bring up Jill because she had her hand up, and Jill wants to share something. So this is everyone. You remember Jill? So before we finish, I just want to be complete with you, Fawn. So, before we complete with Fawn, yeah. Jill has something to say to you.
Hi, you guys.
I'll just.
So, Fawn.
It's just on.
Fawn. I like that name. So you could have a perpetration withhold, and somebody could have one with you. So you're asking, how do you know who has one?
Well, for me, it's more like I got to know that I'm the one that are withholding some perpetration withhold in order for me to resolve it by doing the right thing.
Okay, how many of you you can relate to it? Raise your hand. Okay, good. So you're contributing to everybody. So these distinctions that Fred is giving you, and in all MR courses, is to give you power. Okay, so I would think it'd be the booby prize to go look to see, oh, is it them or me? You're taking this on so that you have more power. You're the lucky one if you can discover a perpetration withhold with yourself. Now, when you get to a place where you've created this life of design and everything's of your creation, that's possible, okay? You do the curriculum for living, you start assisting, you really start having a life by design, okay? Then you can start to see when somebody's on it with you. And you can go to them and go, hey, is there something I need to clean up with you? But this is for you to have power, for you to have more power. We're not saying you don't have any now, but this is to give you more power. If you're suffering, this is a way for you to have more power. And Fred is saying, I heard too, that there's no chance for integrity if you have a perpetration withhold with somebody. Forget it, integrity's not happening. Does that answer your question? Okay, good.
Thank you.
Thanks, Fred.
And guys, I just want to be really clear. Have some compassion for yourself. I deeply appreciate the question. It's just really beautifully articulated. You will encounter other questions that come up. Sarah, are you beginning to find any?
No.
Okay, just stay with it. Just trust.
I'm listening and I'm
Okay,
absorbing
good.
the information.
Beautiful.
Tomorrow morning, probably.
Maybe you'll wake up with one.
Yeah.
That's usually what happens for me.
But how many of you got something out of that conversation we had? Okay, good.
Okay, so you said you wanted to share something about your perpetration withhold?
Yeah, it's perfect for what he shared.
Yeah, can I
Yeah.
go back there?
Yeah, go ahead. Thanks. I wanted to come in here to talk to you guys about the special evening, but I've been in here for a while. I love this conversation. So I had a perpetration withhold with my brother, okay, just this weekend, okay? So standing back there, I'm like, oh, I did that this weekend. And then he had one with me. So it's perfect about what you were talking about. So I called him up. I said, hey, we haven't talked in a while, my brother. And he's like, I know. I was like, are you upset with me? What makes you think that? I go, well, you haven't talked to me. I was thinking, uh-oh, am I out of integrity with my brother? And he goes, you know what it is. So I'm like, does he do? Mm-hmm. I go, I was supposed to come get it when I moved, and I haven't done that yet, and I haven't called you. Mm-hmm. So see, I did something wrong, and he's holding it against me. And I could just sense it, I mean, I've done a lot of work, right? So I can sense when somebody's on it with me. I really can. Because we're so close now, we've gotten rid of so much stuff in the way, So I said, okay, I'll have two guys come over this weekend, we'll pick it up. What time works for you? He told me, okay. And he's like, we'll see. Right? So he's just on it with me. So I had to make sure I really delivered. And I did. I got my sea-doo, and now he's all nice to me again. But see, I'm the lucky one, because I get to have a great relationship with my brother now. And I did that. Thank you very much. You get it? So Fred's giving you guys power by giving you these distinctions. Okay? All right. So how many of you you got that? You want to say something?
Mine is a little bit more complicated because it involves lawsuit and we're like suing each other. So that's why I want to bring this subject up, kind of like,
Oh, I'm sure there's two perpetration withholds, definitely.
So it's like, who's
Then
the
you
one
got the
that-
attorneys
who's the one
on
that's
it
gonna
now
back
too,
down,
yeah.
or who's the one that's gonna back down, or who's gonna,
Yeah.
who's the right one and
Well,
who's the wrong one,
Court is just a game. You gotta find out all the rules and play the game. Okay? That's all I'm gonna say about court. And the law. Okay. So how many of you, well, first of all, does everybody know who I am? Anybody who doesn't know who I am? Lance?
I know who you are.
Okay. Randy, you don't know who I am? Oh. Cool. Anybody else? Now I know who I am?
Tell them who you are.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, we're out of time. I'm your Landmark Forum Registration Manager. So I'm on staff. I've been on staff for 2 years. So anybody you want to register in Landmark Forum, just have them call me. We'll take great care of them. I also lead the Introduction Leaders Program. I also lead the Self-Expression Leadership Program. Okay? So anything you need, I'm here for you. I work for you. Okay? Okay, so how many of you were here when Jerry Baden was here in July? Raise your hand. Yeah, Jim was here. Okay, can you, just one of you share, what was that like? Who wants to share? Jim will share. And Sarah. Real quick, what was it like?
I would say extremely entertaining. It
Yeah.
was engaging, and I just kind of wishing, gosh, I wish I had more people here, or had somebody here, because they really, the way that he just, it was so natural and just intriguing, and it was enjoyable.
Yeah, Jerry Baden is one of our senior Landmark Forum leaders. In the special evening, we always have a Landmark Forum leader, okay? Go ahead, Sarah.
So for me personally, it was a good review of the forum. That it's not like a long time ago, but you know, like most of the stuff you forget. But for our guests, I think it was a good summary of what others need to know, you know, to be inspired to register for forum. Because I go around and talk to people, it's really hard, you know, to convince that how good it's going to be for their life. You know, I share with them that, you know, this happened to me. But I think it was, you know, like a great summary and introduction for others. Yeah.
Great, thanks, Sarah. Okay, let's give them both a hand. So I want you to know that night was 60% effective. So that means that 60% of the people that were here, that came as guests, hey, Paul, they registered in the Landmark Forum. Like they were excited, they ran to the table, okay? And then the graduates were reminded, as Sarah said, of the miraculous life that they're living because we've been educated here. Okay, so it's the special evenings every month are for you, the graduates. Okay, so you can come by yourself, you can come with other graduates, you can bring people that haven't done the Landmark Forum, and they will register. They really will. And I wanted to tell you about the forum leader. I just found out, because Fred said, Jill, can you come in? I'm like, well, I don't even know who's leading yet. So I called a couple of people and I found out David Cunningham is going to be here. I know, I'm going to start crying. How many of you know David Cunningham?
Oh my God.
Oh my God, you guys. Yeah.
I'm dying. I'm dying.
Yeah.
He's coming back.
I'm losing it.
You guys are like, oh no. Oh.
I have a couple things to share about it.
David Cunningham.
Microphone.
I'll just stop. All I can say is David Cunningham is one of the greatest human beings I've ever met. I'm just so moved by who that man is.
Okay.
Do not miss being with him. He is an astonishing man. David is one of our most senior. David Cunningham. He is such a stand for humanity. He doesn't miss a single human being. When you're in his vision, he sees you. And he's so brilliant in his connection with you. This is the man who is related to every other human being on the planet, and I mean every other human being, regardless. He never gives up on anyone. I love this man with all my heart. He's just one of the great, great people. I could go on and just sort of like go, oh, David, because he's just amazing.
Yeah, I have a couple.
You get it? That's the guy, David Cunningham. Now, it's not about his personality. It's not like he has this sort of like amazing personality. It's who he is as a human being. It's his humanity that shines through and connects with other people's shining humanity. And you'll be so inspired by him.
You'll be transformed out of the night. You'll be transformed. Graduates, non-graduates. You know, his last time he led here, I'll never forget one thing he said. He said, if you ever have somebody in your life that is giving you angst, I know you guys don't have anybody like that, right? If there's anybody that's giving you angst, it's really your opportunity to be more loving and experience yourself as giving more love. I just never forgot that, you know? So many things he says just stay with you. And then I want you to know, being on staff, we have access to the Landmark Forum leaders, right? And I was dealing with a situation with my family. I haven't been able to transform my family. I've been around here for years, and I was really just done. It was like, I just wanted a transformation. So I called David Cunningham, because I knew he was love, and I knew his son wasn't talking to him for a little period of time, and my son wasn't talking to me. And then I also called Manal. How many of you know Manal? Okay, because I figured I got this love over here, and then I got this powerhouse coaching over here, right? Both together, right? So Manal told me, oh, just be causing the matter, you know? If they're not happy with you, you're not being responsible, there's something you stepped over, and you just keep going like that, right? And then David said, so Jill, you need about 5 great experiences with each member of your family where they see you transformed, and they're gonna test you. I was like, wow. And that's exactly what I did. I created about 4 or 5 great experiences consistently with each member of my family. So, and they tested me, like my mom. I never asked my mom for anything because she always says no, and screw her, I'm not asking her anymore. That was my mom. And I called her and said, hey mom, I need something. I mean, I was sweating, right, by asking her this, okay? It was like so scary for me. I said, Mom, can I use your car? She loves her car. She's got a beautiful brand new Lexus, right? I go, Cody's got to go to work and I got to go pick up, you know, something for my daughter. And she said, no. You had a dent on your car for 3 years. Why would I let you drive my car? And you know what? I didn't get upset because I remember what David Cunningham said to me. 5 great experiences. And I went, oh, okay. I don't trust you with my car. I went, okay, that's all right. You're the first person I asked. That's okay. I can ask somebody else, Mom. No love lost. It's okay. I love you. Goodbye. And I went, I got one. And seriously, I just did 4 more. My mom doesn't talk like that anymore to me. It's amazing, my family. And so I'm telling you, 3 minutes with David Cunningham will alter your life. Okay? That's all I have to share.
Okay, perfect, thank you. So now, let's acknowledge Jill, thank you. We have one little piece of business to do here. We're going to pass out these wonderful flyers that you get every time we have this one, and then you're going to have these little pink tickets. So you're going to get a reservation card. Just put your name, the number of tickets that you want, anyone you want to invite to come and be a guest. They can be graduates, they can be people who've not done the Landmark Forum, your choice. So just say I want, 3, 5, whatever the number is. Include yourself, and then we'll have the assistants come back and just raise your hand when you've got your card filled out. We'll collect these. We did this before. I think you know the drill. And then they'll give you your tickets and we get your card. Let's make this happen very quickly. So just infiltrate, if you would, Jeanette and yeah, Rose to take care of this too. Jim?
What is the date?
Oh, what's the date?
Oh, we didn't say the date. It's next Wednesday. No, erase, lie. Wrong. It is the 10th. It's the date between our 2 sessions, 6 and 7. It's August 10th.
Hold up your fingers with your
There will also be an introduction for young people and teens that night. So if you have kids or teenagers you want to bring, you're welcome to bring them to that as well. The pink tickets are for you to hand out to as many people as you like. Bring yourself and bring folks with you to just have that wonderful, wonderful evening. Okay, and then finish this up. Just write your name, the number of tickets you want, and we'll hand those out, and then we're going to move on. We don't have to put your phone number and address and all that stuff, just your name. We have one more big conversation to have tonight. Who needs tickets? Raise your hand. We have some. Here, thank you. Oh, okay. Just put your phone number and your name, that's all. Just bring them. They don't have to have the ticket to get in. The tickets are for you. Sorry. The tickets are not admission tickets. These are information tickets, so they can have the information, but they don't have to have the ticket to get in. So if you've got more people, just bring them. Right? Okay, I just want to check, keep doing this. I just want to check with Katie on one more thing. Oh, yes. Okay, so I just want to say one more thing about perpetration withholds, and then we're going to really look to see how our perpetration withholds actually prevent us from sharing ourselves with people, because we don't want them to catch us in the act. As you begin to write down look at the areas of your life as well as the names of the people in your relationships, and you begin to look at the perpetration withholds you've got in those areas and with those people, and notice the impact. You want to get present. We started to do that. Get present to the impact on you, on the person, or on the area. If you're a teacher, maybe have your impact on your students. Or if you're a parent, it may have the impact on the whole family, not just on one person. And you want to look for the impact. And when you get present to the impact, you'll really begin to see what's possible when you clean that up. When you actually stop withholding and start cleaning up the messes. Harry, you have a quick question because I want to move forward?
I'm having a problem finding the impact of one of my perpetration withholds.
Okay. Can somebody bring the mic to Perry, right behind you?
Okay, so I pulled an illegal U-turn.
An illegal U-turn.
I actually looked for cops, didn't see cops, so I pulled an illegal U-turn. And I don't think it impacted me because I got to my meeting on time.
Okay.
I don't feel like there was an impact.
Okay.
I don't think anybody else was impacted by it.
Okay.
But I broke the law, and I knew it was wrong,
Yeah.
and I didn't tell anybody.
Yeah.
So, can you help me see the impact?
Well, what's the impact on you? Right now.
Well, right now I'm making myself wrong about it, but at the moment I was like, oh,
Bingo.
I just saved 5 minutes by not having to go to the light and.
Yeah. Yeah. So now dig in. So when you do something that you know is wrong, what's the impact on you, Perry? Not just making illegal U-turns. Other things that you do. Look at this for yourself. Everyone. How many of you do something you know is wrong and it's about you? You shoot yourself in the foot all the time. Yeah, those of you who don't see it, keep looking. Keep looking. Now, Perry, what's the impact on you? You just said something. What's the impact on you when you break your word to yourself? And you don't tell anybody else about it? What's the impact on you?
Well, I didn't really break my word to myself when I did that illegal U-turn.
Yes, you did.
Did it?
Yeah, you did. You didn't look up the law manual and say, let's see which one can I break. You broke it to yourself. You knew it was wrong.
Yeah.
It's like when you get in the diamond lane, it's just you. And that plastic doll. I just made that up. I don't have one. What's the impact on you? You want to look. This is really worth looking
The
at.
impact right now is I'm tired and I'm confronted.
Uh-huh.
I'm hot. I'm having like body sensations.
Yeah.
I'm uncomfortable. I
Yeah.
really wanna
Yeah,
be
would you call that
standing here.
alive and fulfilled?
Yeah, no, I'm definitely not.
No. Yucky. We call it yucky.
Yeah.
I feel yucky when I don't keep my promises to myself. when I eat that extra gallon of ice cream. You get it? You want to look now in all areas of your life. Beautifully done. Thank you very much. Okay. Now, I want to have a conversation about sharing yourself. We started this earlier tonight. You know, we didn't have any guests tonight. Anybody notice that besides me? How come? What's going on that you're not sharing yourself with people? I want to hear from you. Like, what? Maybe if there's a perpetration withhold going on. Maybe there's a, I don't care how many times you tell me, Fred, I'm not going to. There's something going on. That transformation, hang on, Gail, I'm going to invite you up in just a moment. There's something going on. It's a little squirrely. You just got thrilled and excited like 45 seconds ago. How many of you took tickets just now? Raise your hand. Yeah, perfect! David Cunningham's coming. You don't want people to miss him. I don't want you to have people miss him either. But you don't bring him here. What's going on? Now, how many of you just made yourself bad and wrong because I asked that question? How many of you guys that there's a moral issue here? This is not about morality. This is about what works in life. Integrity is transforming your life. Whose life am I talking about? Eric, for example, yours. Maria, it's your life I'm talking about. It's not life. It is life, but it's not. It's your life. You want to look out and see where you've been withholding yourself, perpetration withholds. You got some stuff going on with people. You got some stuff going on with people. You don't want them to have transformation. You're blaming them. Born to blame. That's the t-shirt. I thought about bringing it tonight and raffling it off. I could have made a big bucks, but you know. You just want to look. What are you seeing? I want to hear from somebody. Yeah, Cora. Did we have Cora do the mic? Thank you, Jeanette. I just want to acknowledge Deb and Jeanette for like running all over the place with these microphones. Really great work. Thank you.
I'm one part talking personally about myself.
Okay.
It's I don't want to sound like I'm trying to sell them something.
How many of you got something like that going on? Like selling, okay, what else?
That's basically that's basically it.
Okay, so for
For me.
you, it's selling something, and you don't want to sell something. So who registered you into the Landmark Farm? Who brought you here?
My, the owner of my gym.
And did he sell you the Landmark Farm?
No.
No, he didn't. What happened?
He just asked me if I'd ever heard of it,
And then what happened?
and I said no.
And then what happened?
And then he said, I really think you should try it.
And then what happened?
And I got some more information from him about it,
And then?
and then I signed up. I
Before you ever
didn't.
came? You didn't come to an introduction?
Nope.
You just signed up?
Mhm.
Great. Did anybody sell you something?
No.
So how
I know.
No,
I know.
that's good. It's really great though, because you're representing a whole bunch of people in this room. It's not just you.
Right.
So what is it you think that we're trying to sell you? And I don't know if that's even the right question to ask. I'm really looking with you. But what is it that there's?
I know, I was wary at first. I thought, oh, a seminar, like they're just going to tell me about like a typical, oh, you need to be doing this with your life, and just
The
kind of,
Tips seminar.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I wasn't super convinced.
Yeah, and then what happened?
And then I came and I was blown away, and I
Yeah.
was really, but the thing is I trust him, and he had done the for him, and so he and his wife, and so I wanted to do it because I do trust what he tells me and the advice that he gives to all of us as our trainer.
Beautiful. Very clear.
Yeah.
Okay, now you still haven't quite nailed it with the selling wariness. How many of you are, just want to like get that you have some wariness about us selling you something? What is it that you're afraid we're going to sell you or your friends?
It's almost like when someone tells me stuff, it's so, I understand what you're saying because I'm not going to make sense because it's silly. Like, yeah, I know, my coach didn't sell me the seminar, like I just did it. But people will ask, well, how much is the seminar? And then you tell them, and then people go, whoa, okay, I don't think I want to do that because it's too expensive. That's like the first thing out of people's mouths usually.
Well, okay, and then what do you say to that?
Well, and that's what I'm not quite sure what to say.
Well, what do you think about $625?
I would tell them that it's worth it to me. That it's
Yeah, you could. You could just say it's worth it.
or it's not about the money. It's about what you get.
Yeah. Now, let's just talk a little bit about price because there are other kinds of seminars where people come to find like business seminars. They pay 10 to 15 times more than that.
Okay.
People pay $5,000 to $10,000 for a one-day seminar on how to improve their business. One aspect of their life, or marriage counseling, or some people pay $25,000, some people pay $5,000. So in that regard, $625 is $625. Now, I'm not trying to justify this and say it's cheap, but it's cheap in comparison when you actually really look. And I just want to give you some like way to look at this. So when you really look, $625 for 30 hours,
Sure.
like more than 30 hours, it's about 35 hours worth of the Landmark Forum, plus a 10-session seminar for free that comes with the tuition. That's another 30 hours. It's like 60 hours for $625 is, I don't know what the proration is. What is that?
It's like $10
$10
an
an
hour.
hour? $10 an hour. So $9 an hour? $9.61. Thank you. We got the actual number. $9.61. So it's like, really?
Yeah.
Do you get that? But that has you stopped.
And it's a commitment, which people think, oh, it's on the weekend. Well, I don't want to take my entire, I hear these excuses in my head.
Yes.
And so when I approach other people, they kind of hear that and think I have to spend all day.
Yeah, but
It's
the
on a
question
weekend.
is, you get, and so do I. We all do this. How many of you say come up for you? Here's what we do: is we get lost because we've gotten caught up in the circumstances and trying to answer some of these questions about costs and is it valuable, and you know it's valuable. This is what I'm talking about: sharing yourself. You haven't shared yourself. Like, what's the possibility you've gotten, Cora?
Tons.
Well, for example.
For example, having a better marriage with my husband.
Well,
Better
for starters,
communication.
Let's just stop right there.
Yeah.
Is that, well, like if you came up to me and said, Fred, I know you haven't done the Landmark Forum, but I just want you to know, I did the Landmark Forum. It came as a complete surprise to me because I thought I was going to get coaching on fitness and I ended up having a great marriage. Really, I'm intrigued. Tell me more. Share yourself.
Okay.
So, Cora, share yourself.
Okay.
That's the coaching right there.
Okay.
Just share yourself.
Got it.
Don't explain the Landmark Forum. Really? How many of you have tried to do that, explain the Landmark Forum? What? How's that going? Yes, maybe at best. Now, we got about 5 minutes here, and I just want to be sure that we get the whole possibility. You've got a group meeting yet to do. So do you have something super quick you can say?
I tell people that I was in a year of therapy, and that costs a lot more than 3 days, and the 3 days did more for me than a year of therapy.
Okay, great. That would be something you could say, if that's the case for you. But my invitation to you is share yourself. Look to see where you have perpetration withholds. Look to see where you have broken agreements and promises. We talked about this last week. Look to see where there's an area of life, someone in your life, where you don't share yourself. Transformation cannot happen. We already know this. It just doesn't happen with you, Eric. I mean, I love you, but it's not going to happen. Christina, I'm sorry. You cannot have transformation unless you go share yourself. It's the nature of transformation. It has nothing to do with my rules. Transformation is only accomplished, only made real. When we talk about keeping possibilities real over time, you've got to take actions that are consistent with the possibilities you're creating for yourself. How many of you want to have your life transformed? I'm not talking about your personal life. I'm talking about your life. Raise your hand. Look at it. Right here. Right there. That's what I'm talking about. How many of you are willing to take a risk this week? See what happens when you actually get yourself sharing who you are. Like what earlier tonight I said, Eric, have them see the possibility you are. Everyone, have the people around you see the possibility of who you are. This is where there is enrollment yet to be done, there's practice to be taken. Now, I really, really want to be clear that I'm not here to lecture you. I'm really just not interested. But if you want to have your life work, go share yourself. All right, we have about 3 minutes to meet with your groups.
Homework.
And we're going to do a homework assignment at the door. Shall I? No?
No, you want to go over it, especially this
Okay,
week.
give me a homework. And you guys are going to pass one out. Pass them out right now. Okay, guys, so listen up. Here's the homework assignment. You're going to love it. Here's the point of a homework assignment. The homework assignment is the goal. Some of you think it's homework like high school, busy work. It's the goal. Identify any perpetration withholds you have with people on your list, with people with whom you act regularly, interact regularly, with at least one person with whom you have a perpetration withhold. Acknowledge who you've been being and clean up any mess you made by withholding. Somebody's talking. Okay. Also with that person, share a new possibility for that relationship in a way that leaves that other person touched, moved, or inspired. That's enrollment. If you haven't written this down, you might want to just copy that. It's so great. Enrollment is. Third line down. It's just inspiring. It will give you everything you need. The recommendation is that you be in communication with the people in your group between sessions, especially those who are missing. Bring them up to speed. Okay, that's the homework assignment. Now, we have about 2 minutes. So I do want you to get into your groups, begin to share with each other, like who you're going to share yourself with this week. See what you can create. That's a matter of integrity. I think that's enough for me to say for the moment. Thank you. I'll let you know when we're done. Get together with groups. Claire's still on the shirt. Yeah. Is it Maria? We're going to get together. Cool. Is Maria the one who's been in the group? Paris. Oh! Someone asked to be in a group, a new group. Is that you only? Okay, well, you guys have a conversation and work it out. Okay, will you?
I love the cards now. But,
Chicken story.
I didn't catch it. Great idea.
That's totally the same reason that I don't like all the time. Dave brought up a conversation, which I think is relevant. Then on totally. Because I'm just kind of cruising with it so far. I know that I shouldn't be
Well, I would just
I don't want it to be
like fine.
I better be here.
Did you find these just
But I would ask this question whenever somebody's
my goodness.
struggling with talking about
Here last night, and then Wednesday's my get up and just walk. What? Oh, yeah, that's okay. Hi.